If I was a certain YouTuber that subscribe to, if you know, you know, this would be going into the Black Karen series. But no, I support, but I don't poach. So, what we are looking at right here is Nicole Lewis, who is a social worker, a therapist, who is recently under fire because of things she said about black men and certain views that we will get into in a moment. But I'm just showing you this before I show you the picture. It ain't because she's hideous or anything. It's because I'm just want to let you see that this is a legit therapist who has a problem with black men. And I don't know the exact chronological order, but the company you keep, the things you support, and bringing your personal bias into work is what get people like this in trouble. And who you may say, you know, unapologetically Bree. Remember Cleveland? Remember Ohio? Remember that situation with the therapist who just want to dress with booty shorts on and hang her flabby udders into the camera and tell black men how how emotionally unintelligent they are. You remember that? Well, you're looking at one of her staunch supporters right here who came on it on some Jamel Hill-ish, saying her delivery was awful, but there's some points she made in there. And see, this is her right here. And if you see a live video of her, she has put on some weight since then, but that's being petty. Or is it? When it comes to black women lately and how they run their mouth against black men, it all comes to have a certain look behind it, a certain aesthetic. As Miss McDuffie going on CNN and talking about Chris Rock and how he deserved to be slapped because men need to be held accountable for shit they say about black women. But look at this here. My email inbox want me to prove why black men in the email inbox want me to prove why they should choose her as a therapist. Sorry if I doesn't scroll all the way, but just to give you in a nutshell, this woman is mad because a lot of guys by default want her, a lot of black men want her by default to prove herself. After the Shabree Rawls situation and looking at a lot of black women's responses to that, you better be right that they don't trust black women to be in this position. Because they realize that the licensed therapists don't have their best interest at hand because they bring their personal hatred and misandry of black men into a professional setting. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. That's all you can basically get from this. And like I said, it ain't just the fact that Shabree Rawls plays a major part into this. It ain't just that, it's the fact that black men live this. They want to get away from it. They want to they want a woman's perspective about the dealings they have with women in their life. Not for a therapist to get up there and take the talking points and the issues that their black male clients have to use against them collectively on social media. Just for some clout. Just to flex their so-called superiority over black men. And as you can see here, this is Nicole Lewis supporting.
What can I do for you?
Excuse me. Sorry about that. That was my Siri watch. Anyway, this is her online supporting a repost by a YouTuber, by Twitter handle La Patrona. This is her supporting it, a repost. And remember I said she supported Shabree Rawls? See, La Patrona gets on TikTok, finds Shabree Rawls poison that's still out there affecting everybody and making it seem like black men or men in general, we have legitimate issues from a matriarchal black society that we need to get through. And we need to take accountability for it as black men, our share of it. See, this is the rest of the tweet right here. We already got to take our share of it, but y'all seem not to want to do that. And you can see her right here, and you can see her lip curled up because she talking her BS that she was talking. And then guess what? They always play victim. She in the car crying, trying to explain herself. And then she goes from apologizing to being like, I ain't apologizing for nothing. You know why she got like that? Why Miss Rawls got like that is because she got more support in her rhetoric than she got from her apology. And they would rather support black women who don't have their best interest at hand, but are supporting them because they are spewing the hatred that they have. They will support women who look at them as their mouthpiece. It's something my friend Demetrius says. It's called forming Voltron. It's an expression from, remember the old classic anime series Voltron? How there's 5 lions that can't get the job really done on their own. And the only way they can fight a big monster is to form Voltron, come together and attack. And one single attack and one that's Voltron. That's how they form Voltron on this. And you got people like this also saying they need to be protected from black men. All of a sudden, you get on there, you talk negatively about black men. You support fellow therapists who have disdain for black men. And you are unprofessional in your whole process because there's a Hippocratic oath called do no harm. Y'all throw that shit out the window for clout. Y'all throw it out the window for clout, and then you wonder why brothers are the ones questioning you the most. And this is what Nicole said in a tweet. Other groups contact her for that, but you put yourself out there as the therapist for black men, and be honest, black female therapists don't have a good track record lately, especially in the age of social media. Especially when a lot of you are bought and paid for because of the support of an echo chamber of other bitter broads out there. But go on. Call me crazy. Call me a misogynist for questioning you. The same questioning that I would have for anybody who actually had some anti-black male rhetoric. I don't care if you are a black female. I don't care if you are a palm-colored male or female. If you have some rhetoric or some questionable behavior, you're going to get called out on it. So stop playing the victim. This is the shit y'all do. Y'all play the victim all the time. once you get called out for doing some shit that was basically detrimental to black men or just to a subgroup. This is people in general on Twitter and social media. You throw stones and then you hide your hands or try to hide your hands. Stop the insanity. Anyway, it's your boy Fury. I'm here and now I'm out. Peace. Oh, it was one more thing I wanted to add into this situation. And you will be hearing a recording from a friend of mine who is down south and the things he has personally gone through with a black female therapist. And this happened over a decade ago. Take a listen.
Which I was telling you about as friends with Jasmine. Is going to school to be a therapist and shit. She go to Georgia State. And I even told her, I said, you know what, you shouldn't be a therapist because you don't know how to control your anger and you don't know how to talk to people. And she'll get upset. And I said, what happens if you have a man that come in and tell you, oh, the reason why he sleep with a bunch of women because, you know, he had issues with his mother. What you gonna do, fly off the handle and tell him he's a fuckboy and all that shit? Well, you gonna lose your fucking license. That's the thing that I be telling people, bro. I remember the last therapist I went to was a black woman, and very attractive woman and all that shit. She was in Mount Zion. I went to her maybe 4 or 5 visits, and this was when my baby mother, my first one, was pregnant with my son. And at first she seemed like a very cool person, seemed like she was concerned, but that's when I first started hearing that term narcissist. And unemotionally, or it was emotionally unavailable. And this had to be about damn near 12 fucking years ago. And it's like, she was literally, in so many words, calling me a piece of shit, telling me, oh, why you treat your baby mama like this? And I don't understand why the females are dealing with somebody like you. The whole time, she's telling me I'm very attractive and shit like that. And ever since then, bro, I would not go see a woman. I would not talk to a woman about nothing.
You can't make this shit up. You can't. This is a sliver of what black men deal with in their real life, and you're telling us we got to do with it on professional terms. Nada. I'm out. Peace.